Have you ever walked into a room where everyone is smiling and laughing like it's the happiest place on earth, but the second you step inside, your stomach tightens? Nothing happened, nobody said anything weird, yet your body instantly goes, nope, something is off. And you stand there holding your drink like a prop, trying to act normal, while your nervous system is doing a full background scan like it's security at an airport. If that's you, I need you to understand something. You're not dramatic. You're not too sensitive. You're not broken. You're basically an emotional Wi-Fi router. You don't just notice emotions, you connect to them. People talk about mirror neurons like it's some cute psychology fun fact. For you, it's like mirror neurons on steroids. Most people observe emotions. You download them. You don't just hear words, you hear what's hiding under the words. You don't just see someone laughing, you feel the stress under the laughter. You don't just notice good vibes, you sense the forced excitement, the tension, the competition, the insecurity, the weird energy nobody's saying out loud. So, when you spend an hour in a crowd, you're not just managing your mood, you're accidentally absorbing the emotional noise of every person within 10 feet. That's why you can hang out for 2 hours and then need 3 business days to recover. Because your nervous system is trying to process 300 people's worth of emotional data while you're just trying to remember where you put your phone. And the wild part is, nobody sees that part. They just see you leaving early. They just see you getting quiet. They just see you declining invites and assume you're antisocial. But this isn't your curse, it's your clue. Because if you can feel what other people can't even name, that doesn't mean you're weak. It means you're highly tuned. And highly tuned people always feel like they're too much until they learn how to control it. But to do that, we need to talk about a very specific addiction, the obsession with staying busy.
Like if you're not at every event, posting every sunset, replying instantly, staying booked, staying outside, staying surrounded by people 24/7, you call it being social. But let's be honest, sometimes it's just running. You are running toward yourself because you figured out what most people spend decades avoiding. Silence isn't empty, it's loud. Because when you stop moving, your system finally starts telling you what it's been holding, and that can feel terrifying. So you fill your calendar, you stack your plans, you say yes to things you don't even want. Not because you love it, but because staying occupied feels safer than being alone with your own feelings. Here's the truth. Being alone isn't what drains you. Being around the wrong energy drains you. That's why you can be alone for hours and feel fine, but spend 30 minutes with the wrong person and feel exhausted. Because your system doesn't just process words, it processes signals, tone, micro expressions, tension, and 1,000 little unspoken things. So if you've ever felt guilty for needing space, stop. You're not lazy, you're not weak, you're not missing out. You're just built differently. And this is where I want you to adopt something I call the cactus philosophy. A cactus doesn't need a rainforest to thrive. A cactus doesn't try to fit in with plants that need constant water. It builds a system that matches its environment, and so should you. Because the goal isn't to force yourself to be more social. The goal is to build a life where your sensitivity becomes your superpower. So here's how you start. Step 1. Stop apologizing for your boundaries.
You don't need to explain why you're tired. You don't need to justify why you need space. You're allowed to protect your nervous system. Step 2. Choose depth over quantity. One real connection is worth more than 10 shallow ones. Because shallow rooms are loud. Deep rooms are quiet. Step 3. Stop forcing yourself into environments that don't fit you. If you always feel off in a certain space, trust that your body is not lying. It's scanning for safety. And now, let's talk about the biggest shift. The moment you realize you don't need to fix yourself, you need to understand yourself. Because the version of you that needs time alone isn't broken, it's regulated, it's healing, it's processing. And once you stop fighting that, everything changes. You stop calling yourself too much. You stop calling yourself weird. You stop calling yourself antisocial. You start calling yourself aware, intuitive, highly tuned. And if you're highly tuned, you need highly tuned environments. Not chaos, not constant noise, not performative social energy. You need calm. You need real. You need safe. Now, here's your homework. The next time you feel a sudden emotional shift, pause and ask yourself one question. Is this mine? That's it. Because half the time, you're carrying something you didn't even create. And once you start separating what's yours from what's not, your energy comes back, your clarity comes back, your peace comes back.
Now, let's make this personal. Have you ever noticed that some people make you feel heavy and some people make you feel lighter? That's not random. That's your nervous system reading the room. And the more you trust that, the more your life starts making sense. Because you stop forcing chemistry with people who drain you. You stop over-explaining your need for alone time. You stop feeling guilty for protecting your peace. And when you finally build a life that matches your wiring, you stop surviving. You start thriving. So, if you've ever felt like an emotional Wi-Fi router, good, because it means you're connected to something most people don't even notice. And once you learn how to control the signal, you become unstoppable. But wait, there's one more twist. A lot of homebodies aren't actually introverts. They're just tired of low-quality energy. They're tired of shallow rooms. They're tired of being the one who feels everything while everyone else is pretending. So, if that's you, you're not alone. You're just awake. You sense when someone's fine is fake. You understand people, sometimes better than they understand themselves. You're the person who can sit in quiet and actually meet yourself. And that's a level of emotional strength most people never develop because they keep themselves distracted forever. When the music stops and the party ends, most people don't know what to do with their own thoughts. That's why they stay busy. That's why they keep scrolling. That's why they chase noise. But you can sit with silence, and silence doesn't scare you, it clears you. So, let's settle it. Which team are you on? Are you team crowds give me life, or are you team I'd rather befriend a cactus? Drop your answer in the comments, because I want to find my people, the ones watching this from under a blanket like it's a personality trait. And if this hit home, hit subscribe. We're building a community where staying in is the new going out. And if you want to go even deeper, click the next video on your screen. We're talking about another misunderstood trait that's going to feel uncomfortably accurate. I'll see you over there, from the comfort of my own home.